Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on a very important concept which is going to be the inverse of the Rahu and Ketu in transit. Now we all know this thing that Rahu and Ketu becomes very important because they represent the karmic axis. Like Rahu represents the future, Ketu represents the past. Not only their placement in our natal chart is important, but also their transit somehow brings and open up those things regarding which there is no plan, we do not have any awareness, and suddenly those things start like unfolding in our life. So this inverse kind of ratio or like transit of Rahu and Ketu is something which we will try to understand in this video. Because guys, lately a lot of because I always say this thing, as an astrologer, not only I read and I gain from my own research, but also a lot of the things I gain from my clients as well. When they bring their chart, they bring their query, they bring their curiosity, that also give me a lot of insights as well. So it has been a pattern like where a couple of people asked me about Nipun, it's like my Rahu and Ketu return is gonna be happening. So they were actually referring to that Rahu coming over Ketu and Ketu coming over Rahu. So they had their own doubts regarding which I tried to answer that. And yesterday only I was having a discussion with another astrologer, very good friend of mine. He's a very senior person and very respectful in this field. So we were just having our discussion and he gave me, like, he said, Nipun, this alignment, I look at it in this way. I have even written exactly as spoken by him. Future is meeting with past to change your current. So I asked him that, hey, why don't you come and come as a guest on my channel and we can have our discussion. He said, no, Nipun, I'm not that much camera friendly. Making videos like a factory is your department. You are good at it. You do that. So that is the only reason I thought, okay, we can have our discussion on this. And guys, I'm so sorry if everything is messed up over here. I'm still settling down in a new place. And quick business promotion time before we will make a foray into the discussion. So guys, if you want to get any of your astrological analysis done, please go to the comment section, and over there, not the comment section, description section, and over there you can find the link to book your reading. Especially for the new year, you want to know that 3 major planetary shift is taking place. Rahu, Ketu, Jupiter, Saturn, they all are moving. So how they are in a very personalized way are going to be influencing you. If you want to know that, book your reading. I will be coming to Los Angeles on January 14th till 16th. 15th slots are already full. For 14th and 16th, there is a provision. So if you want to meet in person and get your reading done, I was like, so funny. This guy for January 14th, Nipun, I want the earliest appointment. Like, why not? Come and pick me from airport. No, it's fine. I will meet you at this place. So yeah, so if you want to meet me in Los Angeles for in-person reading, please write an email. And guys, very important, I will be starting the Panchang course. So it's not like a course, it's like 12 study hours, but I will try to give a strong foundation to you. The importance of the Tithi, Var, Yog, Karan, Nakshatra, and their combined alignments, combination, and how to use them in Muhurat and all. So if you are just starting up in Vedic astrology, you have Saturdays free to spare and all. So I will recommend that you get this, learn this from me, and it will prove to be very insightful. Most importantly, it will build your foundation. So okay, now after all of this, now we can start our discussion. So guys, like the way I was explaining this thing, that whenever we are like talking about the Rahu and Ketu transit, it is very important for all of us because it's the Rahu only which represents our desire. Rahu, wheresoever it transit, like the way guys, there's a very famous saying in astrology lores. We say that if you actually want to know that where right now struggle is happening in your life, look at where Ketu and where Saturn is transiting. So same is the way when we talk about Rahu and Ketu transit, it's like a shift in the karmic axis, shift in the destiny. Those things come in your life regarding which you do not have any awareness. Unless and until you're not very spiritually aligned person, it is very difficult to foresee what Rahu and Ketu will be bringing in your life. But yes, for sure, Rahu has got everything to do with the futuristic desires and Ketu has got everything to do with your past. Now, we all know this thing that the return of the planets, especially the slow moving planets, is always considered as a prominent time, like the way, for example, Jupiter roughly, here I'm not taking into consideration the current fast motion of the planet Jupiter. Just for the discussion sake, Jupiter complete one round of the whole zodiac for like in close to 12 years of the time. So look at it in this way, that Jupiter, which represents fortune, wisdom, so after the completion of the 12-year cycle, it lays foundation to a new cycle in your life. When we talk about Saturn, now Saturn takes like almost like 29 or 30 years to complete the whole circle of the complete zodiac in your life, in your chart. So after that, once Saturn comes back to its original placement in your chart, we generally look at it astrologically, that event, as that now Saturn is has given you a license of maturity, and in one specific area of life it can lay foundation of some like business, career growth, some sort of big accomplishment or achievement can happen. When we talk about Rahu and Ketu, it becomes very important. Like the way, guys, I gave this example in my case as well. When I had like recently, damn, now you know that I have crossed 36 years of age. So yeah, when recently this Rahu and Ketu return happened for me, that was the same time, because I have Rahu in my first house, Ketu in the 7th house. When this happened, that was the time when I got my Canadian citizenship. So that means first house Rahu, that means it completely changed my identity. Second thing is that was the time people say that when Rahu's transiting from the first house, it is a time for like getting the fame and recognition and all. And somehow I do not come across as an actor type, but that was the time when I actually acted in a this Hallmark movie as well, a Hollywood movie as well. Like one of the actor who even was in this show, Never Have I Ever, he was the lead in that movie, and I was with him that day on the set. So I mean to say, yes, so Rahu Ketu return is generally considered as very important event, because it gives you something which is like a destiny's promise in your life, something regarding which you do not have any awareness, any plan, and it suddenly unfolds in your life. So that is generally we attach with the Rahu and Ketu return. Now, just because Rahu and Ketu stays in one zodiac sign for close to 1.5 years of the time, so that means the Rahu Ketu return generally happens after every 18 years. So you would have you had your first Rahu Ketu return at like close to the 18 years of age. The second Rahu Ketu return happened close to the 36 years of the age, and the third Rahu Ketu return will happen in like 54 years of the age. That's how you keep on going. But now, guys, I'm talking about the inverse, like when Rahu is going over Ketu and Ketu going over Rahu, which for that it's like very simple calculation. So from the 18, once your first Rahu Ketu return happened, just add 9 years. So that is going to be roughly like 27 years of the age. Your second Rahu Ketu return happened, that is like 36 years of the age. Add like 9 more years. So that is going to be close to the 45 years of the age. So I'm talking about that sweet spot. I'm talking about that stage. So let's say, for example, if you are right now 27 years of the age and you are gonna have this kind of alignment, or you are like 45-46 years of the age and you have this alignment in the transit which is going to be getting formed. So now this video is exclusively dedicated to you. So let's understand this thing, because the way I was talking about that, my this senior astrologer friend with whom I was having a discussion, the line which he gave, it summarized everything. Because see, sometimes what happens is that I can keep on going, and for people who like crave for the gist in any conversation, they get bored out. But just this one line is summarizing this event, like how, in which capacity it manifests results. Like future, which is Rahu, is meeting with past, which is Ketu, in order to change your current. So look at it in this way. This is not a very good example that like you had some you had some bad kind of affair with someone which did not ended up well. Now it happened in the past, but now you are happily married, you have already forgotten that your past and something. Now you are happily living in your current relationship. Now you got married, you have children, you have a happy married life, and suddenly the ghost of the past suddenly came in future, and that spoiled your current relationship. Or this could be a case that you did some major investments in the past, you actually gave some favors to people in the past, and in the future when you were in the dire times, you are going through some difficult times, those were the people, those were the references which you earned. Now they came to your rescue, and because of that your current was saved. You can look at it in this way. Now guys, we have to add one more thing over here, because when we talk about the first Rahu Ketu inverse, which generally happens at close to the 27 years of the age, that is going to be the time when you are very much heading close towards two significant events. Because if I'm talking about the 27 years of age, that is a very sweet spot when you are very close to the return of the, I'm so sorry, maturity of the planet Mars, because Mars matures at 28 years of the age, and immediate after that is going to be the time of the Saturn return as well. So generally it has been seen that and what we have generally seen in the research, in our consultation experience and all, and the other astrologer friend of mine with whom I was having a discussion, and even he said the same thing, that Nipun, I've not seen people like when they are like at 27 years of the age, Rahu going over Ketu, Ketu going over Rahu, that did not spoil their prospects much. Rather, in lot many ways, it has been seen that accidental discovery of fortune. This could be a case that you are going through some, like if at that time you're also going through some good dasha as well. So this could be a time that, because Mars is gonna be getting matured very soon, so people lay foundation to something. Like you, if we will take up the ideal case, you started working from like 22 23 years of the age, and afterwards, after like 5-6 years of the experience, now suddenly you got approached for some senior leadership role. Or some people, they lay foundation to their business, some people join their family business. So in this way, the very first time when it happens, it does not bring that much kind of confusion and uncertainty. But guys, the second event is like when we talk about the age, like from 45th till 47 years of the age, when this inverse cycle happened second time, that tend to remain a time. Because a lot many people also talk about, they say that it borders around the time period of the a lot many people remain prone towards the midlife crisis. Some people have also, like I was reading this Google document and all, some people were like also talking about early signs, very early signs of premenopause or something. So, and immediate after that, guys, now the difference is that when we were like having our discussion about the first Rahu Ketu inverse, it was very much close towards the maturity of the Mars and the Saturn return, and this is going to be the time when Jupiter cycle also complete. Because you know, I already mentioned that Jupiter, which completes one zodiac round in like 12 years of the time, so 4 round is gonna happen at the 4th round, is gonna get complete at the 48th year of the age. And that is also the time when people say this thing that Ketu also starts working out very strong. So 48 is also a very golden number, both from the Jupiter and from the Ketu's point of view. Like this is going to be the time when I have come across like lot many people who are like already the immortality related concern, like they start facing the mortality, like what I have earned so far, everything is going to be gonna get vanished soon, everything is like immaterial, material, so matters of life and death, questioning their purpose, their existence. So all that kind of things, we say this thing that, see, Ketu is the planet which is very much responsible for bringing the existential crisis. And especially if during that time you're already in a crossroad, your running dashas are also making it very difficult for you, then the life becomes very hard. And like the way we say this thing, that if you're already on your destined path, you're not gonna get the jolt from the planets. But let's say, for example, if you're already feeling lost, which will only happen if the running dashas are like running very vulnerable and something, and you're already dealing with issues in your, this could be matrimonial life, in your career or something. So this is going to be a very strong stepping stone of the life, where we say this thing that people who are very much attuned and aligned with their life purpose and something. So these are those people who tend to elevate to the senior leadership role, and everything happens in a very sudden way. Like the way some people say this thing that I did not know what happened, I was not even in the consideration race, and suddenly it's like something like a divine power or something is holding my hand and taking me to the places, and I'm being considered for those role, those position. I bought my home, like I presided over this senior leadership role and something. And in certain cases divorces happen at this stage, and all because of confusion, because you do not have a control or handle over your life. So yes guys, if I were to summarize this thing, so if you are of that age right now and you're wondering that what is going to be happening for you, so confusion tend to remain at its peak. All those kind of things, existential, my god, I find this word very difficult to pronounce. I will write it in the subtitle. So yeah, existential crisis kind of situation is something which lot many people go for. Now where is the answer? The answer generally lies that, we say this thing that Ketu can only be controlled through, this is a kind of a alignment over where the real answer you always get from either from the Jupiter, which has the power to control the Ketu, and you can go to the Saturn, which has the power to control the Rahu, and especially Jupiter plays a very important role. So staying firm in your faith becomes very important whenever you are in this inverse kind of cycle over there, not experimenting with the life, not trying to bring any force change in the life. All of that becomes very important. Like the way, because when I was having a discussion with that friend of mine, he was the one, because he is of a senior age, so not only he has got astrological experience, but even in his own family he has seen people, like he was giving me this reference that everything was going good, this guy, he became so materialistic and all that he started giving less time, less attention to family. And there was this time when he came back home, his wife and children, they all have gone. So like the house was empty. Means people were not there. So that kind of life gives you surprise, and they did not agree. Then it actually ended up in a divorce. So that's how life jolts you, that's how life gives you surprise and all. So yes guys, Rahu is all about desires, Ketu is all about past. So this is also the juncture where you will also find that anything which you have done in the past surprisingly comes in front of you. Now again, it all comes down to what deeds you have done, what kind of seeds you have sown, because those only the exact flavor of that will come in front of you. And as beautifully said by my friend, the past will come in front of you in the future, and it will hold this capacity to affect or impact your current. And Rahu Ketu, the impact created by Rahu and Ketu is very strong enough. It is like it can either destroy you or it can actually give you a altogether new path or new direction in the life. So yes guys, that's all what I wanted to say. We always talk about the Gandant, we always talk about Sakranti, we talk about a different kind of combination, but I thought that in none of my video I have talked about it. So I will try to look that in the comment section if you have already crossed that age. So do write in the comment section that what were your experiences when you were going through that inverse of the Rahu and Ketu, what life was bringing in front of you. And based on your inputs, and I will see, because this was not a completely planned kind of video. I was like, it's a Saturday, I do fasting on Saturday, I did couple of readings and did my Hanuman Chalisa part and everything, and I just wanted to talk about it, and the weather was really nice, so I was like, let's have a discussion. So yes guys, do write it in the comment section, your inputs. And yes, for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.